You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Welcome to the White Wall Sessions Radio. I'm your host, Dan Schaefer. On tonight's show, High Rise, Ellisa Sun, and Annie Mack. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter by searching the White Wall Sessions. We are now accepting submissions for Season 8. To apply, visit whitewallsessions.com/appear. The White Wall Sessions would like to thank these fine sponsors for their support. Last Stop CD Shop, Bell Incorporated, Workplace IT Management, Ben's Brewing Company, Screenflare, J. Rick Music, The Pink Moon Room, Minuteman Press, and South Dakota Friends of Traditional Music. Journeying from West River, South Dakota, Rapid City's reggae rock band High Rise joined the White Wall Sessions for Season 7. Their solid percussion and balanced rhythms set a solid foundation for easy melodies and smooth vocal. The band has 2 singles released to date, 2019's Wicked Ways and Shoot Me Down. High Rise is Corey Gould, guitar and vocals, Becca Atkins, keys, djembe, and vocals, Kelly Phillips, percussion, Jess Allen, drums, and Garrett Holtz, bass.
Now we headed to the top. Better watch where you going, 'cause we're moving fast. Lord knows that we won't stop. Wanna tell us how we move it? It's way too wrong. Wanna tell me that we gone? What you don't understand. We got ways and means to make this band. So we say, been a long, long way from the bottom. Now we headed to the top. Yeah. Better watch where you going, 'cause we're moving fast. Lord knows that we won't stop. No, we won't stop. A long time coming, we fed to the rules, yeah, we hit that highway running. Flying by the seats and the scars on our shins. Never once let the bad wolf come and blow it all in. Only push it with the positive, climbing to the top, moving high on the rise, and you know it don't stop singing. I've been a long, long way. Been a long, long way from the bottom. Now we headed to the top, yeah. Better watch where you going, 'cause you're moving fast. Lord knows that we won't stop. No, we won't stop. Been a long, long way from the bottom. Now
Thank you, guys.
All right, we're here at the White Wall Sessions with High Rise from Rapid City, South Dakota. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Thank you.
So when did this band start?
About 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was about 5 years ago, I'd say, yeah.
We actually, you guys know them, Camp Comfort.
Yeah.
They've been here for an art show or whatever. It was Nevada's idea to get everybody together to start in on Camp Comfort full force. And
That's a good band, by the way.
Yeah, they're
great.
amazing.
Shout out to them.
They wanted to start practicing and whatnot, so we showed up for practice, and those guys had a hard time making it to town because they have the farm in Lemon, and their mom was going through a bunch of stuff as far with cancer and stuff like that, so they couldn't always make it. So it was just us three. It was me, Jesse, and CJ, who's not here. He was our first bass player.
He's now Chucky D.
Yeah, so
Yeah, he's doing things.
anyway, we were all three in the room just sitting there like, okay, so what do we do? And we just figured out, well, let's do our own thing and start off just cover songs and stuff like that. Sure. And then we're like, well, we need a name. And Jesse's like, right out of nowhere, well, how about High Rise? And then that was that. Right. So that's where it all started about 5 years ago. So
Yeah?
Yeah.
High Rise just because?
Well, I don't know. We went through a few ideas, and that was just one that we kind of kicked around, and then we were like, yeah, it's kind of what we're...
It just rang.
Yeah.
Me and Corey actually played. I played the box and the cajon, and he played the guitar. We actually did the two-piece High Rise quite a bit before we went with the whole band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's call it reggae, alt reggae, roots reggae. Great music with
Dakota
a reggae
roots
feel.
reggae,
How
yeah.
about that? Huh?
Dakota Roots Reggae.
Dakota Roots Reggae.
It.
There you go.
Yeah.
And was that the intention of the band, or did that just happen because of the people and the players?
Wow.
Well, I think it all kind of started with the music that we liked. Like you said, when we started the band, we played a lot of cover songs, and that's kind of how we got going, started playing in bars and stuff. And we kept playing Sublime songs and Pepper songs, and then we started getting into Stick Figure, and we had played in kind of alternative bands in the 90s and stuff too, you know, so we like this kind of rock, reggae kind of sound, like a Sublime kind of sound. So we kind of got into that, and we started thinking, you know, this is kind of what we'd like to do. And so we started writing some songs.
Yeah, we got into writing our own stuff. And
Really about the music. That's a good question. It's all about the music.
Well, at what point and why did you start writing your own? Did you think... I mean, the cover thing is great. And you're actually pushing the edges of cover with those kind of bands.
We were more of a higher demand. People started asking more of us, and we had a good set of 4 hours of cover songs that we play in bars, and you know, I mean, those you can only play so many times, and then it's like, well, if we're doing this, we might as well write our own stuff. And
Yep.
so we were used to the genre, and we just decided to try it out and see what happens. And then we got opportunities for recording and went from there. So
Great.
Yeah, you got good people doing good things and sending positive messages. Something good's going to happen.
Sure. Well, I mean, let's talk about the instrumentation of this band. There's some really... I mean, the way you guys use the instruments you have and the space you have, I think is outstanding. And let's start with those keys and vocals. I mean, you know, there's a way to do it, and that's the way you're doing it, you know?
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
So, keys, right? I've been a musician for about 20 years. Been playing drums for 20 years, right? Started picking up keys about 1.5 years ago, right? And I watch a lot of keys players. I watch videos. I watch anytime I can. That's who I'm watching, really, because it's cool. And so that's just kind of what I picked up. And it's a really rhythmic, percussive instrument. And so as long as you can follow, you know, the octaves and the kind of chord progressions, you know, and just play with it. That's what I do.
It's kind of like a drum,
Yeah.
hand drum.
Yeah.
Drum-esque.
Same thing.
I'm like, hey, can you learn how to play keys? And she's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, she's been playing she's a trap set player for 18, 20 years, and we're like, hey, you want to join our band? We need a percussion player. And she's like, okay. And then I don't know, we're like, hey, what about the keys? What do you think about that? And she just whips it out like nothing. Like, so.
Yeah, it's kind of, drums are like my heart, you know, but the keys are really fun too. And so if I can figure out how to combine everything and do it all at once, that's my goal.
She can throw the tambourine in there too. She'll all three
It's just such a short little thing. They don't have time to bust that out.
Well, there really are 3 percussionists in this band.
Yes.
There's the drummer, great reggae drummer. I mean, great drummer.
Thank you very much.
And then we've got
Yeah.
you got the congas. Am I right? Congas?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
congas
and then
and
you've
djembe.
got the djembe. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, it's, it's there. It did djembe, and people just, it's whatever, really.
Yeah, good.
It sounds good. That's all that matters.
So how long have you been playing percussive?
Jeez, I built my first drum when I was 14. Learned how to
Really?
play it, and been playing ever since.
That's great.
Yeah.
Because you even brought this Russian drum. What's that called again?
Yeah, that's the Rav Vast. It's a hand pan. Actually, it's a tongue drum, this version of it.
First she'd take your heart in the palm of her hand, and she'd wrap it up real slow. Then she'd take your head and she'd fill it with plans to take over your soul. She'd take your heart in the palm of her hand, and she'd wrap it up real slow. Then she'd take your head and she'd fill it with plans to take over your soul. Watch out, boy, you know she is dangerous. She is poison, she break your heart. Watch out, boy, you know she is dangerous. She is poison, she break your heart. Watch out, boy, you know she is dangerous. She is poison, she break your heart. Watch out, boy, you know she's dangerous. She is poison, she break your heart. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Said leave her alone. Yeah, you leave her alone. Yeah, you leave that girl alone. She'll rip you in two. Yes, that's what she do. She rip you in two. Yes, that's what she do. She rip you in two. Yes, that's what she do.
All right, thank you guys.
Coming up after the break, Ellisa Sun.
You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Hi, I'm Ben Hanton, founder of Ben's Brewing Company. At Ben's, we've always appreciated the finer things in life, like great friends, great music, and great beer. Ben's Brewing Company is proud to announce our White Wall Session Ale. This light pale ale is sourced from the finest local ingredients and pairs exceptionally well with great friends and great music. Enjoy responsibly. Ben's Brewing Company, Yankton, South Dakota.
Good people drink Ben's beer.
You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Ellisa Sun visited the White Wall Sessions this summer as part of her year-long nationwide tour. Ellisa and her partner, Ken McChesky, brought their guitar, cajon, and 30-foot RV to the studios for a performance that will be remembered. Her jazz, soul, and pop tendencies, mixed with her cool, powerful voice, is a cocktail for the senses.
Hi, everybody. My name's Ellisa Sun. We're going to start off with a song called Old Flame. Just walk on out of here, darling, old flame, my fool. Move out, move on now, baby. I don't, no, I don't. At dawn, you're hot, at night you're cold. Sunrise, I'm done, sundown, I'm sold. One moment, caught within your spell. Damn you, you know me too well. Just walk on out of here, darling. Oh, there, my fool. Move out, move on now, baby. I don't know, I don't need you. This heat you burn's too much to bear. Can't breathe, and you just sit and stare. Gotta break free from you, you give me hell. Damn you, you know me too well. Just walk on out of here, darling. Oh, there, my fool. Move out, move on now, baby. I don't know, I don't need you. I look ahead and see this face. Running from me a steady pace. Your words till lies can never tell. Yeah. Damn you, you know me too well. Just walk on out of here, darling. And all them, my fool. Move out, move on now, baby. I don't, no, I don't.
We're here at the White Wall Sessions with Ellisa Sun and Ken Mackenzie. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you were from San Francisco. Well, as of almost a year ago, you're from the road at this point, but you're kind of based in San Francisco. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were based there up until August of last year. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about this style of music that you play. I mean, it's beautiful. You call it vocal jazz, whatever you want, but is this what you've always played or listened to, or what did you grow up hearing?
It's so funny because I didn't really grow up listening to jazz. I grew up listening to a lot of neo soul and R&B, and but also a lot of folk and like rock. So it's kind of all over the place. And then as soon as I started learning guitar and getting more into guitar, I started to learn a lot of bossa nova music, and get really into Brazilian music, samba and bossa nova, and then learning those chords, because those chords were just like, they just spoke to me, and I just love the way they sounded. So that's kind of how I got into jazz. And then I just started listening as well to a lot of Amy Winehouse, a lot of Nora Jones. And yeah, my musical taste kind of shifted over the years, but it's kind of just become this jazz fusion thing.
Well, you can hear that bossa nova in it.
Yeah.
You can hear all those influences because there's just so much interesting stuff going on. Mm-hmm. Now, when did you meet Ken? Because first of all, I got to say, a cajon, that's great, but you were all over that thing. You sounded like a whole drum kid.
Thank you.
When did you meet him, and how did you get that great style in the cajon?
You want to take that one?
Sure. We met 3 years ago at this point. And we met at a show in San Francisco. It was actually my brother I'm originally from Boston. My brother had come out to San Francisco to try to do music as well. And so long story short, Ellisa and my brother and kind of ran in the same circuit and had some mutual friends. So we met at my brother's going away show before he decided to give it up and go back to Boston. And we didn't play together because she had her full band in San Francisco. We didn't play together until we started this tour 324 days ago. So that's when we started playing together.
Great.
Yeah.
And have you always played cajon, or are you a drummer by
No,
trade?
I have been playing cajon for 324 days as well. I grew up kind of playing guitar off and on. I was kind of all over the place. I'd play guitar for a little while and then give it up, and then play a little while and give it up. And I kind of always wanted to get into drums and play drums. And so a little bit before we left for tour, I took a few lessons and started playing. Yeah.
Who was your teacher? You probably ought to give them a plug because they did a great job.
Yeah.
And also the road, playing all of these shows. I think we're getting close to playing 150 shows soon. So just enough shows will give you that practice to make you a better player for sure.
For sure.
So.
And when did you start playing guitar, Ellisa?
I started playing guitar around when I was around 15. Well, when I was 15, I got my first guitar, but I didn't really play it seriously with the intention to perform until I was in my very early 20s. I'm 30 now, so I really started for at least the way that I see it. I kind of came into it late because I didn't grow up like playing shows as a kid or anything. It was like something I always wanted to do, but I was just too scared. I had major stage fright. Even in my early 20s when I was starting out, I would go to open mics and I was just like shaky and it was very scary. So I really jumped in like in my around 22, 23 is when I like really disciplined myself and played a lot more, and then it just kind of progressed.
Sure. Were you singing before then, or did that come with the guitar?
It came with the guitar, I would say. I sang, again, I never really sang in front of people until like early 20s. So maybe in front of like really close friends or family, maybe, but yeah, not. It kind of all came at the same time. So.
And when you started playing guitar, would you just kind of start with the open chord folk song chords and then graduate to jazz?
A lot of Oasis.
Wonderwall.
Without the drama.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I did a lot of, my first few songs that I wrote were, they were 4 chords. And then as I started playing more and more and getting more into like jazz, bossa nova, I started learning like, major 7, like that's my favorite chord. My band is like every single song has a major 7. but yeah, so that's kind of what happened. So we're from the San Francisco Bay Area, and today is day 324 on our tour. We've been living in a 30-foot Winnebago for the last 324 days. And we're planning on doing a full 365. We're actually going to be doing a little over 365. We've been touring the country and playing all different types of shows. So we're so happy to be here at White Wall Sessions. So thank you for being here with us. All right, this next song is a song called Past Noon. And it's about the honeymoon stage of love. Don't leave my bed. No, don't you dare. Stay here instead. We've got skin to bear. All this commotion, it ain't for you nor for me. Just quiet your thoughts between my sheets. When the days they feel so long and the nights go on and on, when the days they feel so long, list the things you've got to do, but I'll keep you here past noon. It don't matter if it's winter or it's June. I'll keep you here past noon. This is the part where there would be a sax solo. Phone on silent, lights tone it down. I am hell-bent on keeping you around. All of this city noise, it ain't for us. Just quiet your thoughts, don't let your edges get rough. When the days they feel so long and the nights go on and on, when the days they feel so long, list the things you've got to do, but I'll keep you here
it's winter or it's June, I'll keep you here past noon. I'll keep you here past noon. Thanks.
Coming up after the break, Annie Mack.
You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Hi, I'm Ben Hanton, founder of Ben's Brewing Company. At Ben's, we've always appreciated the finer things in life, like great friends, great music, and great beer. Ben's Brewing Company is proud to announce our White Wall Session Ale. This light pale ale is sourced from the finest local ingredients and pairs exceptionally well with great friends and great music. Enjoy responsibly. Ben's Brewing Company, Yankton, South Dakota.
Good people drink Ben's beer.
You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Annie Mack, a dynamic singer-songwriter from Minneapolis, Minnesota, brought her band to our studios for a soulful and powerful performance.
Lead with distortion notes.
Enriched in blues, soul, and gospel, Annie's songs uplift and inspire.
All right, that sounds good. Let's go to the bass.
Annie Mack is Annie Mack, vocals, Brett Lacasse, guitar, Chad Whitaker, bass and vocals, Alec Tackman, guitar, and Tim Wick on keys.
Fool to believe that your love was true. I'm done playing games, baby, cause I always seem to lose. I know you heard me crying from the other room. Yes, I'm a fool to believe, oh, that your love was true. Every time I try to love you, it don't mean a thing. Every time I try to talk to you, you don't hear what I'm saying. Every time I try to reach out, you just walk away. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, I'm a fool to believe. When my mind's playing tricks, I know it ain't true. I just want it so badly, baby, for you to love me too. Got my bags open, waiting by the door. I'm all broke up inside, you don't want me anymore. Every time I try to right all the wrongs, you say it's no use, baby, our love is gone. Every time I try to reach out, you just walk away. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, I'm a fool to believe. I went to the doctor to get some medicine. He said, girl, you ain't sick. No, you just need a good man. I said, doctor, doctor,
Well, my heart is breaking. I feel so alone. All my love was taken. Oh, my love. I'm a fool to believe that your love was true. I'm done playing games, baby, 'cause I always seem to lose. I know you heard me crying from the other room. Yes, I'm a fool to believe, oh, that your love was true. Every time I try to love you, it don't mean a thing. Every time I try to talk to you, you don't hear what I'm saying. Every time I try to reach out, you just walk away. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, I'm a fool to believe. Yes, I am. Just a fool to believe, baby. Oh, just a fool.
We're here at the White Wall Sessions with Annie Mack and this fabulous band that she brought with her. Welcome, everybody.
Thanks for having us.
This band is from Minneapolis, Rochester, which one?
All of that. Combination of both. Yep. So we're split. Yes.
Could you introduce the band, Annie?
Sure. We have Mr. Chad Whitaker. He plays bass guitar, and he is my professional set list maker. We have Mr. Tim Wick. He plays piano. He's absolutely amazing. He's been to a few battles. And so, and then we have Mr. Alec Tackman, and he is the drummer. He's just brings the heat, the drive. And we've kind of grown up together. We've known each other for about 10 years now. And then this is Brett Lacoste, and he's the guitar player, and he's prettier than me, and that's okay.
She told me that I was good today, and she said that's the last time I'm going to tell you.
You're pretty good, I will have to say.
It's enough.
I'll have to start paying you.
Well, when did this lineup get together? Because this is a really good one.
Thank you. We've been kind of working together in bits and pieces until we came together collectively. So I'd probably say, I don't know, in the past few months with Chad, but like a year with Brett, 10 years with him, and then a couple, 3 or so. And then I work with really professional players, and so we're fairly consistent, but there's times when everyone's not available, and so I have a really great selection of players that I get to work with.
Yeah. Well, you've been at this a long time. When did you start really professional playing?
Oh, like when I wasn't getting paid in pie and coffee, probably like a year ago. I'd say in the past, 2013, I put out an album, a full-length album, and then I'd actually say where I got professional, like a little bit more serious, was probably the past several years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you.
Where are you originally from then?
I'm a Minneapolis gal, grew up in North Minneapolis.
Okay. The Northeast or just the near north?
North Minneapolis, like Prince, like right there, yeah.
Is the rest of the band Minneapolis band?
No, so Chad's Minneapolis, Tim's Minneapolis are probably from up north originally. Yeah. And then Tackman is Rochester with me, and then Brett is Minneapolis.
Yeah, so Rochester is home for now, or because you travel a good bit out of the year.
I do. I say I'm from a metropolitan, so I lie because I need to work, and it's easier when you tell people, when you start to get specific about little, it's just easier to say metro area because I do a lot of work in that area, so it's, you know.
And is this your full-time job? Do you, day jobs, anybody, or are you all?
Oh, this is the job. Yeah, absolutely. I was a professional waitress because of the hours. I'm a mother of 3. And so it worked for me to work in the evenings. And in the past 2 years, I've been able to replace doing music with the hours of being, you know, so I can be a mom during the day, be with my kids, and then not have to waitress. And that really motivated me to work harder because I'd be at work and people are like, I need like 5 more Diet Cokes. And I'm like, you do know you'll grow a tumor on your head. No, I'm just kidding. But like, so it really motivated me to work harder and to be professional. Like, being a musician is a job. We make it look probably like, oh, you know, but it's a lot of work. I mean, a lot of practice. Brett puts in at least 3 hours a day practicing, you know, plus he's a full-time dad, plus he hustles and goes all over the country, you know. Mr. Tackman teaches. He's a professional music teacher as well as being a professional musician that travels and goes all over. And you become hired based off your reputation. And the same with Chad. He works in IT. However, he's been a professional musician for a long time, as well as Mr. Wick, who gets called on national, you know, acts to sit in with the band. So we all consider this to be a serious job. So when we come in, you know, we're coming in to professionally melt your faces off. And so that's what it is.
So the rest of the guys, when did you hear about Annie Mack and how did you end up in this band?
I'll go first. A friend of mine, Ken Valdez, was talking. I think Annie and him were talking, and she was looking for a guitar player, and so he kind of hooked me up with the connection. I went and checked out the music, and I really felt like the way she writes and the sound and stuff, I could be myself in it while still contributing to it. And so we started working together. It felt, to me, pretty natural. I think we've become friends as much as I almost cried a little bit saying that. We talk, we get deep. But, yeah, it's been nice because I really respect her songwriting. I respect her craft. And I just like supporting her and creating an environment where she can do her thing. So she has this thing where, like, I work with a lot of people, a lot of different people, and sometimes you come into a situation and there can be this kind of, all right, what do you got, kind of standoffish thing, and Annie has this gift of coming out, and within 3 songs, everyone's like, oh, I like this.
She was just a little bit of girl, pulling away flying and chains. blues, y'all. The little bitty girl blues.
The White Wall Sessions is recorded at Last Stop Studios in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and is produced by Spectrum Films Incorporated. Executive producers are Jeff Zuger, Doug Taylor, Greggy Johnson, and Jay Fishback. Head of broadcast is Dave Palmer. Associate producer is Mike Yeager. The White Wall Sessions Radio is produced and edited by Jeff Zuger. Audio recording and mixing by Carl Koiser, Kevin Phipps, and Dave Palmer. Scheduling and artist relations, Tom Eisner. I'm your host, Dan Schaefer. Join us next week, same time, same station.
You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.